Here's a quick update on the 3 planters. After pruning and, taking any leggy plants, just to make it look a little more uniform and compact. This section always looked pretty darn good. I didn't have to do much, but I definitely trimmed this trailing mezzu and filled in some spots. So, so I just added, I even cut some of that plant. And the cool thing about these is you can put them right in the soil versus the other succulents that I propagate. I wait till they dry out for at least a week, and sometimes I even wait for them to root. These, I think they tend to like more water. You can put them right in. They need to be in wet soil. It's interesting because that's usually a no-no. But with those, so yeah, I just kind of filled in. I put a couple babies in here and they took. Okay, so it looks a lot better. As you can see, I'm gonna go move on to this middle planter. This one was with the big mama. That flapjack was humongous. I mean, it was so tall. It was as tall as this palm tree. I think you remember. I basically just cut it right there because it's monocarpic. It was gonna die. It was already starting to die, the leaves on the bottom, but it produced all these babies. I mean, it looks like I planted a plant there. It's amazing. And then the aftermath was, so you saw that a lot of these plants had trailed outward. Look at these, they grew outward, trying to find sun because of this mama taking a lot of space. So afterwards, there was a lot of empty space here, so I filled it with a couple plants, which I propagated from the planter to the left. And I just stuck them in, just to fill in those spots because it was looking funny how all these plants trailed off. And that's basically all I'm doing, is I'm just kind of filling big dead space so that it looks more uniform and compact. And again, I wait for a plant. Once I cut it from a different plant, I wait for it to dry out and possibly even root. That's the best, because then there's a root system. So this looks pretty nice and uniform. I love it. This one is a little crazy still, but I did do a good job with it. It was really crazy. So this beautiful calancho, I snipped off right here because it was crazy big and taking up a lot of room. I really should cut this one too. I just don't have the heart because I think it's kind of cool looking. So it's really up to you, how uniform you want it to look. Like, the thing is, when they start to grow out like this and grow out of the planter, I mean, look at how much off of the planter it is. It's a cool look, but anything can break it off. Succulents are very easily, the leaves pop off, and I have cats and stuff that have ruined plants before. So, anything that bumps into these too hard can snap them off. The only reason why I haven't cut these, because I think it would look better without that, is because this is a different color than these more orange ones. And I think it looks cool with it. Like there's one hiding in there, they're coming through, which I like when they start mixing like that. I might cut them in the future. So this is the only planter that still looks a little bit messy as opposed to these are so like organized, tight and uniform, But look at how this one has rewarded me I've cut quite a few plants from here and propagated them, put them in those planters, put them in some planters in the back, gave some away to friends. And look how it's rewarded me. They're flowering everywhere. My daughter counted the other day, there's like 11 that are flowering.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Whoa, that many flowering?
Yeah.
It is cool. It's just up to you again if you want to let them flower, because it does put a lot of energy into the flowers. I think I might let them because they're doing so well. It's not like they're being deprived, but I will eventually snip them off. And again, you can propagate when it flowers like this. Preferably, what I've learned is you can propagate these leaves. I mean, you can propagate any leaves. Supposedly, I just saw a video that said these can propagate quicker, and I'm not sure if that's fact or not, but you would do it before, ideally before the flowers open. That's what the lady in the video had said. Preferably the earlier the better. But like as far as these, they have not lengthened like this one to produce those leaves. It's like just right at the top. So I think you'd have to wait till it grows that stalk. But anyway, that's a different video. Look, there's one over here too. And then there was a bunch of space here, so I have filled it in with some new plants and a plant that was hiding somewhere, being shadowed by other plants, you know. So I'm just filling it in. Look, I even put this little guy here the other day. I just keep filling it in, and I was prolonging this video because I keep filling it in, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait till it's perfect, and I'm like, it's never gonna be perfect. So I just made a video. Yeah, so I can even put a plant there, you know what I mean? It just depends on how full you want it to look. But you also want it to give space to some plants too, you know. I don't know, I've never dealt with it if it's too crowded. Maybe you guys have some knowledge on that. But anyway, so this is the finished product. Again, it would look a little even more beautiful, I think, if I cut that one and if I trimmed up this right there. But I just didn't have the heart for now. But this is just the end product. Again, this is how you keep your planters looking really nice, you know, because they will start to stretch and, you know, grow in funky ways. And that's your preference. Maybe some people like that. Like even this over here, you know, it's starting to stretch out and these leaves have started to crisp and fall off. I guess I could cut those three and create more plants, and that would look good just on its own, wouldn't it? You know, this is where you just have to be brave. I used to not cut anything because I was so scared of ruining things, and realized that succulents like to be trimmed. So there you have it. Happy planting, guys.